What's up, YouTube? It's the real Super Mario, bringing you my first analysis video. But first, I want to explain some stuff. Alright, so sorry I'm kind of late on all these YouTube videos, all these E3 videos, but yesterday there was such a massive amount of information, mainly from Nintendo, that it was really hard to cover it all, and I don't think I actually covered it all in that one day. I might actually do more Nintendo videos throughout the day or throughout the week, but I will get most of that information, get my opinion on most of it. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing analysis videos of some of the major trailers that were, that were shown at E3. The first one being Xenoblade Chronicles X. Whoa. Okay. Yep. So the way I do these is I watch the trailer as I do the analysis. So that way it's all fresh, and I can just stop and tell you what I've seen. I've watched the trailer about 8 times, so I've picked out everything I want to see. But this is just to make sure I remember it. So here we go. It starts off with the interesting little login screen. Your BB storage unit. Then they have Blade. This is a pretty interesting quote here. Well, it's not a quote, but I'm thinking this is like what Blade means. So Blade stands for Beyond Logos Artificial Destiny Emancipator. Okay. That's long. So I'm thinking that this statement gives you a lot of things. Alright, it says beyond the logos. The logos, I have a theory on exactly what the logos is. I want to get to in a few minutes. And artificial destiny emancipator, that I don't know. I mean, artificial could be talking about the mechs they call dolls. So maybe he could, this could reference the fact that he uses them, or maybe the dolls are not. Then maybe the dolls aren't active, and he holds the key to activating them so that they can fight back. Even though I kind of doubt that though, but it's another possibility that he holds the key to activating the mechs, and that's how they fight back. But we'll continue on with the trailer. You start off, and you hop out of whatever dropship or whatever this is that drops you off, and the first person you see is Elma. So if you look at the login trailer, you actually logged in as her a while back, or that was her logging in, in the beginning of the trailer. I'm guessing that she is like an assistant character, or because she's in a lot of the scenes in this trailer. So she's a substantially important character. She's all cool looking and stuff. Oh, now that's when you check out her armor too. That's something else you're gonna see. The armor's change throughout this trailer. I noticed that. I actually noticed that the last time I saw this trailer, which was weird because I watched this trailer so many times and I missed it. But she asks, "Who are you?" And then you see massive ship attacking what seems to be Earth, and then they have the stop shot right here of a vessel, and the dude is like, "Oh, a vessel, oh God, I hate this. Oh, a vessel with which to meet our Lord has come." I hate when people use "with" and "which" right beside each other. That always catches me. But beyond that, this ship seems to have it seems to be important to whoever's talking, because he said, it's a ship which and with which to meet our Lord. So maybe this is like a crazy cult, and they need this ship to find God, or maybe he just needs a ride to his leader, who is a lord. You know, that one is kind of hard to tell. But I'm thinking by the way he said it all old English style. You know, he said it in an old English style. So I'm thinking this person is part of like some sort of religious cult that leads this ship. Or either he might not even be talking about this ship, and this might be clever editing, you know, on Monolith and Nintendo's part. You know, but you see the ship, and you see it's flanked by dozens of mechs. All the mechs look the same. That's also going to come to play again in this trailer. You know, so we continue on. You see the mechs. Then you see this big dude. You know, I don't think this is the dude that was talking about the ship. This is another person. This is like the I'm guessing he's like the captain of this whole thing. He's the captain of this fleet of mechs, and you know, the captain of the ship. And he's leading, I guess, the resistance effort against whatever is attacking Earth, which he lost because it says we lost the Earth. So yeah, sucks for you, dude. You know, then we see a massive space battle. These battles right here remind me so much of Gundam. You know, I've recently started getting into older anime that I missed because that was a point where I wasn't watching any new anime or different anime. So I'm getting into anime that I missed, and I'm watching through Gundam, the Universal Century timeline, or like, you know, like G Gundam, you know, Gundam Wing, stuff like that. Well, G Gundam's not part of the Universal Century, but I've been watching through G Gundam, and you know, these battles in this trailer remind me so much of stuff that happens in Gundam. The epic space battles. I mean, there's not nearly as many mechs. Well, it kind of is, but you know, it reminds me of Gundam. And you see, you know, that they're battling for Earth, and they're battling hard. You know, you see some different looking mechs than the ones you saw flanking the ship a while ago. You know, I'm thinking that these are the antagonists. You know, these are their mechs are different. Their mechs look more futuristic, more alien. So I'm guessing these guys are aliens. And then there's one interesting shot of a and it's like half a second, so it's really hard to catch. But it's a shot of like a space station. You know, it's like you know, it's like a space station of some sort, because you can see there's like 3 like docking bays sticking out, and it's got like a weird shape. So I'm thinking this is a space station, somewhere you have to go. You know, somewhere you have to get to. Maybe it's the new home of, you know, humanity, since Earth was lost. So, you know, we never know. More epic space battles. And then we see this massive purple ship. Alright, so one thing about this that's a little cliche is the fact that the enemies are in purple. So it's awesome though, don't get me wrong, I still like it. But you know, so the enemy ships are purple. And they actually have a name for these guys. At least I think that's the name of the antagonists in this game. You know, they're the ones that basically attack Earth, and I think this all takes place in like one battle segment. You know, and then you see, you know, the good mechs flanking in. You know, I'm guessing this is the main character in his team, because you see that there's no other mechs, so I'm guessing that they're like the last line of defense. And then you said this is the duty of growth. You know, that's a different person talking, and I believe this person is like a member of growth, which leads me to think that maybe growth isn't an alien. Maybe they're people. They're just, you know, like homicidal cultists. You know, because at first I thought they were aliens. You know, the antagonists in the purple ship. I thought they were aliens, but they might be humans, because you see some humans, you know, say some pretty ambiguous things about humanity, you know, in this trailer. You know, so it's kind of like, oh, well, are they the bad guys? It's kind of hard to tell just from the dialogue. And the score is awesome, by the way, too, man. The score is awesome for this game. You know, you see some mechs fighting. You see these mechs with like purple bubbles and things in them. Those are the growth mechs. And then you see the ever important ship, which I believe in the back in the beginning of the trailer when they were talking about you know, when I was talking about the logos, I believe they were talking about this ship. I believe this ship is called the Logos. You know, so when it says, you know, beyond the logos, meaning, you know, beyond this ship, you know, I could be wrong. Logos could actually be the name of the sector where they live or where all this is going on in space. But I'm thinking that, you know, it's beyond the ship. You know, didn't you see this gray-haired dude, this black-haired dude? You know, okay, someone's texting me. Alright. So, you know, then you see this dude with the black hair pop up, like, catch him. Yep. You know, and so you see him, he kind of nods, you know, and then, you know, afterwards it says he's a traitor, you know, and you see like a, you know, so I'm thinking that maybe he's kind of like a traitor. You know, I mean, if you remember in the original Xenoblade, there was a guy who kind of betrayed, you know, his unit, and he stole the, I don't know much about Xenoblade, but he stole the sword and gave him all this power, which kind of started the events of Xenoblade. And maybe this dude had done something similar, because if you look right after you see him, you know, and in the background of his picture, there seems to be a black mech or black machine. And then right after this picture, there's a picture of a black mech transforming into a motorcycle or a Batmobile tumbler looking thing. Now if you look at if you look at the older trailers, you know, those mechs turned into tanks. They didn't turn into tumblers, they turned into tanks. You know, and all of those mechs are gray or white. They're not black. This is a black mech. So this is clearly different. So I'm thinking maybe this dude is a traitor because he stole this special mech, and I guess he just left. You know, you see this mech is black. It transforms into a motorcycle. It doesn't change into a tank. So I'm thinking that's probably why he's a traitor. You know, then we get another awesome clip of another Gundam looking photo here of I'm thinking this is your mech or your doll. I ain't need to call them dolls, which they call them in the game. This is your doll. You know, you know, you've got a beam sword, you got a gun. This is so Gundam looking, man. I like this, man. I'm excited for this game. So then it continues on. Then we see this dude. We see like a we see like this red like almost demon looking dude. Or he could just be like an angry looking cat person. I'll call him that, the angry cat person. You know, and because he does have some cat-like features. You know, he's here in this trailer. This kind of shows that there are some non-humans, you know, who work on the protagonist side. You know, because you can see the reason why I say he's probably a protagonist is because he has a green beam sword that is very similar to the one that was held by the mech. You know, which could be your mech, or this could be some standard issue sword. Yeah, so you know, this dude, he's holding a green beam sword similar to the one that the mech had in the previous picture. So that could mean that, you know, this dude, maybe he's that mech's owner, you know, and, you know, these other races are helping humanity. You know, maybe these other races live on Earth. You know, maybe you met them in space. You know, maybe they live on the weird space station that was in the picture. That's unknown, because this is the first ever story trailer for this game. You know, we've known about this game for about 1.5 years now, and we have not heard inkling about the story, so it's really hard to glean anything from it. I'm just, you know, gleaning what I see in the trailers. You know, there's also another chick we're gonna see here. You know, awesome cat chick. You know, I mean, she looks very Final Fantasy-ish. She actually reminds me of the bunny chicks from Final Fantasy 12. You know, if you look in you know, in the trailer for that game, you'll see that there's some blue bunny chick in there. Her face actually kind of reminds me of her. And another weird fact here is if you look at the thing on her head, you know, it looks kind of like the bottom of the T in Titus, the little Titus symbol. So or Titus, Titus, however you want to say it, from Final Fantasy X. So you know, we do know that Monolith Soft guys are ex Square Enix employees, so they're just borrowing a few things. Still looks awesome. You know, I'm guessing she's also a part of your crew, even though you don't see her in the next pic. You know, you see a couple people shooting. You see what appears to be the logos going down. So, you know, maybe, you know, you actually lose your ship and you crash on a planet somewhere. You know, I'm thinking this might be near the end of the game. You know, the game gets all anticlimactic, you know, and the logos goes down. You know, and then they give you a quick, you know, show of the two chicks you saw earlier. You know, the chick from, you know, you know, Elma, and the dark-haired chick who they don't really say who she is. And then it says, "I will not let this tragedy be repeated." So I'm guessing, you know, you lose Earth and you end up in this place. This like looks like a base, or actually reminds me of the Wall City from Attack on Titan. You know, and it's like, oh, I will not let this tragedy be repeated. So I'm guessing this is the last bastion of humanity, and you know, the growth, whoever they are going to attack this place to finish off humanity. You know, this place actually looks pretty interesting. It seems like it's like a round space station like place. You know, and this might actually be the space station, or the station place from the clip earlier. As you look at it, you see like 3 long, what I thought was docks, but they could be like guns or construction equipment or something, jetting out from the sides, and it's circular at the top. You know, the only thing that's different is the fact that there's all these crystals that seem to be actually holding it up. You know, another nod to Final Fantasy. But yeah, you know, it looks. I'm guessing this is the last bastion of humanity. You know, because it actually looks like the place that you're walking through in the previous trailers. Because you know, in the previous trailers, they show you walking down the street, you know, past all these people and stuff. You know, and this could be it. You know, that could be the area. And you know, then that's it. And there's one quote that says, "Humanity should be wiped out," and it shows you the Xenoblade Chronicles X logo. Awesome. You know, the trailer is awesome. You know, there's a little bit at the end with something called Tetsu. I have no idea what that is, so I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah, you know, the trailer is awesome. The game looks like it's going to be great. You know, hopefully we'll get more information on it soon. They say it's coming out next year, so we have plenty more time. So that's about it for this one. Look out for my next analysis video. I'm almost done writing the analysis for the Metal Gear Solid, the Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer that came out at the Sony conference. It's gonna be 2 parts because it's just that much I have to talk about. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan, and I've been following the series since the first Metal Gear Solid. So yeah, hopefully I'll get that one out today too, but if not, it'll be tomorrow. But yeah, enjoy. You know, like this video, shoot the comment, subscribe, and keep it real.